Do you want this job?
No. Actually. If I was a temporary visa holder, I wouldn't turn down the opportunity at all.
Initially, the Red Cross pitched the project to investigate why temporary visa holders turn down employment opportunities. However, we have found that they rarely do, and have far less accessibility to meaningful employment.
We understand employment is a critical part of social integration, especially when arriving into a new country. Thus, our research aims to provide insights into the temporary visa holders' perspectives on how a lack of meaningful employment and other barriers affect their employment decisions.
To do this, we asked, how do barriers impact temporary visa holders' agency over employment decisions? What barriers do temporary visa holders identify to gaining and accepting meaningful employment? And how do client caseworker relationships developed through the Australian Red Cross Migrant Support Services assist temporary visa holders in employment decisions?
We conducted 6 semi-structured qualitative interviews with 7 temporary visa holders who have received assistance from the Red Cross, asking them about their interactions with employment, the barriers they face, and how support services have assisted them. We thematically analysed these interviews with 3 strong themes emerging: socio-cultural navigation, visa policy, and employment satisfaction.
So I can help you with job preparation, writing a resume, preparing you for interviews.
That would be great, but I still struggle with online application and other things.
Oh, sorry, I can help you with that as well.
Our participants found it difficult to navigate a new job market. Thus, our first theme is socio-cultural navigation. We found that Australia's job market differs greatly from temporary visa holders' country of origin. Thus, they often face barriers like discrimination due to their English fluency.
Consequently, making it harder for them to find meaningful employment. It was difficult for participants to find work that was applicable and appreciated their skills and experiences.
These are all in the wrong order. Why did you do this? Did you not understand me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand what you wanted from me.
We found that some participants struggled to understand employers, while others felt it took away their autonomy as they were unable to express how they felt.
Regarding your visa, how long do you think you'll be in Australia for? We just need to be able to rely on you.
I'm not sure. I'm still waiting for confirmation on my visa status.
I'm sorry, we can't take risks with that, unfortunately. I can't offer you this job.
After conducting the interviews, participants highlighted visa uncertainty as a significant barrier to obtaining meaningful employment. Visa policies limit temporary visa holders from navigating the Australian workforce, as the threat of losing residency leads employers to view them as unreliable, fostering workplace discrimination. Consequently, temporary visa holders are often forced into precarious employment.
Moreover, participants noted that their visa status limited access to government services and welfare, such as pensions and superannuation, affecting their ability to integrate, achieve financial stability, and secure housing.
Ultimately, visa status significantly hinders temporary visa holders from securing meaningful employment and navigating Australian society.
Congratulations! We'd like to offer you the position of cleaner. You'll be working 2 5-hour night shifts per week. We can't wait to have you on the team.
Those hours not even nearly for me to help feed my family. Is it all I can do?
We found that all of the participants are currently working under casual or part-time contracts, most stating that they desire full-time employment but are struggling to obtain it. This casualisation meant that shifts were infrequent and difficult to schedule.
Financial stress was highlighted as a key concern for the majority of participants. It was identified that most of the participants were undertaking highly menial employment. Many described their work as tedious and physically demanding, with little ability for professional growth. The job dissatisfaction that participants felt was exacerbated by the fact that nearly all the participants were overqualified for their jobs.
That meeting this morning.
Yeah, I know, it dragged on forever, right?
It was identified that not having a community in their workplace negatively affected the level of satisfaction temporary visa holders were able to get out of their employment.
The majority of temporary visa holders interviewed did not own a car and instead used public transport to get to and from work. Public transport in Brisbane was deemed to be often unreliable, expensive, and limited in its reach. It was noted by many participants that the cost of public transport was lowered for them thanks to concession cards provided by the Red Cross. For future research, we recommend diversifying the visa type of the sample population and expanding the sample size for bigger focus groups. For the Red Cross, we recommend establishing a system of consistent contact initiation with clients and understanding individual employment desires to increase accessibility to meaningful employment opportunities.
We would like to thank all of our participants for their valuable contribution to our research and express our gratitude to the Red Cross team for their continued support and generous assistance throughout this project and beyond. We would also like to thank Professor Paul Henman, Ms. Elizabeth Rose Ahern, and Dr. Hafiz Ahmed Khan, along with our academic advisor, Dr. Rosemary Stamp.